Hello, every binary, and welcome to Monsterhearts 2, Ebon Carnival, a setting based on the last unicorn and the dying age of the circus and carnival. Today, we will be joined by a new player playing one of the roles available in this setting. And to introduce everyone, including myself, I am Sawyer, aka Ferret. I've created Skin Deep for Monsterhearts 2 and am the creator of this setting skeleton. I use he, him pronouns, and I will now start ceding the floor to my players. I will go in character keeper order. Please introduce yourself, your preferred pronouns, then introduce your character and give a brief, like, what would be like a flashback from your character's perspective of what happened last episode to catch us up. So, Peter, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Certainly. Hey everyone, I'm Peter. I use he, him pronouns, and today, as always, I'm playing Rodney Johnson, aka the Minotaur, which is currently skin that is currently unique to this, but will certainly be hopefully in circulation in the future. And from last time, a lot of people kind of saw Rodney as this, I think, quote, poor confused moo cow, who just is this hulking brute of a man that gets rather confused when people are being nice to him because he has a history of people don't treat him with much respect. Or they treat him with respect, but not necessarily kindness. And last time, he got a whole flood of niceness, specifically from Astoria and Lear, and even a little bit of outside stuff from some of the other NPCs. But thankfully, or unthankfully, depending on your perspective, Cecilia was pretty straightforward and was like, not going to do that for you. So, but Rodney, when we last left him, his vision was perhaps a little more blurred than usual. And I think when we come back to him, we'll just have to see whether his vision's been corrected or if he's going to be taking a different direction than expected.
I think my favorite part of last session was Rodney saying he had more people be nice to him in one day than 1 year.
It's true.
Next, Donna, would you introduce yourself and your character?
Thanks. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. And tonight I will be playing Cecilia, the harpy. Cecilia is kind of the front of this carnival if you try to ignore the real boss. So she helps out with all the various acts and tries to manage them into some kind of shape. She's pretty mean and envious and a little bit, I think, jealous of her position, especially now that Astoria has joined to shake the carnival in some way. Last week, I think we saw her, defend her kind of adoptive father Vikram from Lear, the Fomorian. And I think we have an interesting dynamic where she is both mean and caring at the same time of everyone under the big tent. Pretty mean. Okay, very mean. Yeah, that's
no. I think like she's pretty and she's mean. Pretty
okay,
mean.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
And next up are finally nice Leandro.
Barrett, you need to play more games where I play nice people. I don't. You can't relate everything to that one. Anyway, my name is Leandro. I use he, him pronouns. Last week, I promised something that was hubristic of me. So next week, the thing that I promised will probably be out by then. I think it's some sort of game. Apparently, I'm writing next week. But yeah, so I'm playing Astoria, the unicorn. She is she's basically a runaway who came to this carnival, this like place of like just lost beauty and magic, and wanted to help out. That's kind of her main thing. She really wants to help people out. And for some reason she's getting a lot of attention and support in that. Like she has her own tent. She's the first new act in the carnival apparently for a long while, but so a lot of pressures on her, even though she really just wants to help out people. Like, last session she was saying she was being nice to Rodney. She even like was trying to help out Cecilia with the whole, yeah, come on, you should probably get an act. You've been here for so long, sort of spiel. And then she she was at a fire breathing act, and it was a bit much for her apparently because well, she has the condition terrified at the moment because that fire breathing act apparently not. She was involved in it. She was a volunteer, and amidst that, well, she can see the future. She has these prophecies. She's more than just a fortune telling act. She can see bits of the future, and she saw something ominous and portentous involving our Fomorian, who's not here at the moment, so they can delay that fate for now. Yeah, that's a story of just trying her best.
One bit of crunch. You were not selfish when you helped Lear out with his fire-breathing act. Take one more point of integrity. And Sabine, would you introduce yourself, your character?
Yeah, sure. My name is Sabine. I use any pronouns. I'm going to play Sammy, who is using the skin of the witch. I don't know, since I wasn't here for the first session, I have no idea if Sammy did anything last session. But if he didn't, then he was probably busy gazing at the things he can do, because he's recently learned that magic is not just a children's story. It's not just a circus act. It's real. And they are really, well, they're really confused and unsure about what that even means, that there is magic and that they can actually conjure images of fairy tale creatures flying around. And it's so weird, isn't it? But that also seems powerful, so see where that goes.
I do have a few questions for Sammy to help flesh out Haven and a bit of the background. So first, you'll be creating an NPC in Haven. Haven is the small town around the Sessile Carnival. Sammy, you've taken something from someone in Haven, someone who helped you in Astoria the night you two arrived. Or maybe it was a gift. Who is this person, and why do you think they helped you in Astoria your first night in Haven?
They helped me and Astoria, right? Did I get that right?
Yes, you and Astoria in this setting are runaways that came to the carnival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the person that helped was, let me think. I think it was a cook at the local pub, maybe.
Okay.
And I think she helped me because she saw one of my illusions that she wasn't sure if she had seen it, but she was kind of half curious, half hopeful about what that meant, and she wanted us to stay close, just so she could see if she had really seen this.
Ooh, I like the idea, like your illusion inspired her with hope and maybe like awoken some compassion in her towards you two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
A place in Haven, which is Sammy. Some place in Haven is a powerful node. And just to make sure, do you know what a node is?
I have a vague idea. I don't.
It's a place in nature that is like untapped magical potential.
Okay.
Like you can work better magic at these places.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, untapped and boiling with power.
Oh, wow.
However, it is capped with something cheap and classless. What is this place, and how do you siphon power from it?
Oh, wow. Okay, I have an idea. It's now I have to fight the language. It's like a kind of a a cave, a water cave, like a cave, and then there's a pool in that cave, so you can't just walk into it. You have to swim or at least move against the water to get in. And that is a very magical place because that's the wellspring actually of that lake in that cave, and it comes out from the rock. You can go into it. The tacky thing about this is that it is a touristy place where you can do romantic boat tours on this lake, and there are firefly shows sometimes, and there are music boxes where they play like Celine Dion and stuff like that. So yeah, you have to be careful not to get a sugar poisoning, something like that, if you go in there.
There's got to be like some kind of like if it's finally like this booth called like Lady in the Lake by the Lake, which just sells like cheap, like the cheapest and least organic shellfish.
Yeah, but the entrance to the cave is very narrow, so you wouldn't go in there with a boat. You have to kind of slip in there.
Yeah, like in lots of the teen dramas where they swim under that water to go to the cave to make out, kind of thing, right?
I think it's not something that people really go into because it's like if you go into a narrow cave, it's not something many people like.
Yeah, I'm saying like
it's very claustrophobic.
Just like the cinematic is like, you have to dive under the water. There's that long swimming scene. Then like you come up, you're breathing really deeply, and like you're in the magic. But like no one knows this because they like swan boats.
Yeah, right. That's okay. Cool.
Yeah, I like this poor magical place. And finally, Sammy, why did you run away with Astoria?
I thought it was the right thing to do. I'm not really sure. It's just that I had the feeling that my magic wanted me to. Because I think it just started really to awaken when I first met Astoria.
Ooh, I like that. What do you think your parents are doing right now?
I don't know. Probably they are in a meeting.
Ooh.
Or something like that.
So they're not even worrying.
No, it's not the first time that I've run away. Or the second or anything. I'm very unsure about my place in the world, and they don't understand that at all.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, that is all the questions. Since Sammy will be with us for this session, and I believe this session only, I'm going to be giving their player one string on every character, and every character one string on Sammy. And then we will now do Sammy's backstory to hand out a bit more stuff and tie us together with entanglements. So when you're ready, Sammy, read your backstory. No rush.
Okay, my backstory. I have copied it, I think, somewhere in here. Right. You start the game with 2 sympathetic tokens. Decide whose and what they are, and then one of the others caught you rummaging through their friend's stuff, but haven't said anything. They get a string on you.
I think it would make sense that you would have a sympathetic token on Astoria and maybe Cecilia, because Cecilia seems the most dangerous in the carnival. If that works with both of you. And you, Sabine, of course.
Works fine for me.
So, Astoria, what of yours is sympathetic?
I think I did. Maybe I gave Sammy a reading, and this was kind of like maybe this is what sparked that magic in them. Is I decided like, hey, Sammy, I am trying out these cool. These, you know what tarot cards are? They seem really cool, and I want to give this a shot. And I do have a deck here. I'm just gonna draw a card and see what pops up.
Oh,
I hope it's the magician.
I would say it has to be the magician. Like they.
I don't know. I'm just gonna draw. No, it's not the magician.
What is it?
It is strength.
I like
Ooh.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is all about determination, spiritual energy, and clear thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I like the first tarot card from the first reading.
Yeah, if you make Sammy just I'm fine with that.
And Cecilia, what of yours might Sammy have taken?
I think she has a feather that was maybe hanging on a string or a piece of rawhide leather from the doorway of Cecilia's trailer. I think it's like really rare. Maybe it's a vulture, or at least in this part of the world, it's like a vulture feather or something like this that Cecilia picked up when she was younger from a store, or a traveler or something like that. Yeah, I think that works.
I like that.
But it's not one of yours, right?
I mean, it is my feather,
No, I mean you're a harpy. Maybe you have
I mean,
feathers
that's
of your
just
own.
what mean people tell me when they can't they can't handle the truth.
Okay.
And it might be that Rodney saw Sammy taking that feather and said nothing.
Yeah, that. I think this actually kind of is a nice. It's good timing, honestly, with how everything is going to shift, I think. But yes, Rodney absolutely saw that, and he doesn't say much usually, but who knows how long that'll last.
Okay, and with that, I think it's if everyone feels good, we can start the game. I'll do it. I think this one with a hard frame, since we have a new person. We're continuing from like it's midday. The carnival has just opened. And like like the people who don't go to work, a few tourists, that kind of thing, and are coming in because it's something to do. Some kids are skipping school, coming in because you do that every now and again. But it's not like the carnival is not densely populated right now. But this scene is going to be with Sammy and Rodney, and I believe if it's okay with you, Sammy, that you've been like you're walking the game pavilion with all like the throw a baseball into this hole and don't hit the bucket and you win a cheap sawdust filled doll, or prove your strength here and win some flowers, just the sort of cheap chintzy gifts. And that is a good question. I think Rodney, are you performing right now?
Yeah, I think this is enough time after the little incident with Cecilia, and I think I'm almost like I'm doing it more than I usually do. I think I'm leaning into it a little bit more.
Yeah, if it's okay, can ringleader / Barker King be there hyping you up?
Yes, that is absolutely okay. Like I have no problem with that.
Yeah, and I think it's like he's going to use more alliteration than I can, and he's speaking like 2 speeds below auctioneer. Like, ladies and gentlemen, everything in between and not chosen. This is Rodney Johnson, the strongest man in Massachusetts, the strongest man in this carnival, the strongest man you have ever seen, at only 16. And like, I think, Rodney, what's your first display of strength?
I'm gonna pick up the ringleader and put him on my shoulder.
Yeah, and Ringleader King is like, I think almost as tall as Rodney, maybe 3 inches shorter, but he's lankier. So like,
Yeah.
I think like he stands on your shoulder and like pulls out like one of those non-electronic megaphones.
Yeah.
And, see what you can't believe. This man can lift anything, can crush your skull, your hopes, and your dreams, ladies, or those who may otherwise be inclined. Wink. And I think like there's this poof of smoke, and King is like beside you and like handing you this iron bar that you can just sort of like bend.
Yeah. No, I absolutely bend it. I think, I think I kind of like just bend the iron bar expertly into like, screw it, I'm gonna bend it into like some sort of like flower or whatever, and just like tear like kind of the bits and pieces of the top into like petals.
Oh, and maybe like you give it to Sammy.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got this big grin on my face too, which is hilarious because I know Astoria was trying to make Rodney smile, and Rodney's all like big, almost like, yeah, he's performing.
Yeah, well, Sammy has been watching Rodney performing more than actually watching the booth they're supposed to look at. It's mostly like, yeah, just try to hit the balloon. Yeah. And they're just watching Rodney flex these muscles and carry around this guy. And then there's this, he makes this amazing steel flower thing and gives it to Sammy, who doesn't really know what to do. He tries to grab it, take it, and it's far too heavy for him.
Yeah, and like Sammy, I think takes the flower like is now leaning over with the flower like chunk on the stand.
Yeah,
and
they let it go, so it goes to the ground. Says, and they say, "Hey, Rodney, I can't lift that, right?"
And I think Rodney, without ever dropping the gaze, just picks up the flower and sets it next to you and goes, "I know," and then winks.
Yeah, I think Sammy just accepts that and grins a bit like, okay, that's how things are going to be.
Yeah, and like I think like the show goes on, and like by the time like you get all of Rodney's showboating, just like I think like Rodney goes like wins this this carnival goer prize at the like test your strength bell.
Yeah. And I think it's like one of those things where even the test your strength thing, they hand him the hammer and he just kind of looks down at it and just kind of like jokingly like half tosses it to the ground and then just comes down and like with one closed fist just boom and just like knocks it up.
And like if I'm like, do you do the traditional like big ball weights lift, like struggle to like do it with one hand to show off kind of the muscle beach pose?
Yeah, and actually I think that there's one point where like I'm really struggling and like I can barely like I'm pretending I can barely pick it up off the ground, and I'm gonna have an audience member come up and try and help me, and like with their help I'm gonna like basically not only lift the bar but also them, so now they're on my shoulders too.
Yeah, like so yeah, this goes on like by the time Rodney's act is over, he's sweaty, he's if he was pregnant he would be aglow. And Sammy's tour at the booth is over, and I think like do you guys meet up again with the or like what do you do? I guess now that you are free from your responsibilities.
So what I am actually going to do is, so with that heavy steel flower that I made, I'm actually going to rip a much smaller piece of it off and make an entirely new flower and say, you can keep that.
Wow. Thank you. That's amazing.
Is this a turn? Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Is this a turn on roll?
I believe it is.
Oh, cool.
Yay! Okay, so that is a +2, and let's just go with that. And or no, that's a +1. Sorry. And here we go. That is a 9.
Oh.
Okay, and do you know your choices, or should I?
I've okay.
Wait,
yeah.
I've got them. I've got it open, and I can see my choices. Oh wow, yeah, I get embarrassed and act awkward
Yes.
because I am not so very confident, and the sky is pretty huge, and I don't want to insult them, but I really don't know what to do, and I'm getting all flustered, like, oh, this is wow, I have to put this away. It's
Yeah.
and maybe the big one. Can you maybe take the big one? I can't carry it. So sorry.
Rodney just holds the big one, and like his hand wraps around the part that like he broke off, so his flower still looks complete.
Wow. Yeah, and Sammy goes like, well, I could never do some. Well, actually, I don't think I could do anything like that. Like standing out there so confident, I'm just not like that, you know.
Oh, it's all an act. Honestly, I do what I do because I've done this for a while. You will find what you're good at. Everyone does here. It's not always clear at first, but you'll find it.
Well, thank you. I hope I do, because this has been a weird few weeks.
If I may put a push here, I think you guys are at a like drink station that is for the workers. It's not like out in the open, but like it has it's like a blue setup tent. The sun is hitting it, so the grass almost has a blue glow to it. There's a nameless NPC we won't put a name to right now, just behind the counter that has like bottles of water, protein shakes, just like different things to keep everyone hydrated and going.
So I think when Rodney shows up, he's got to deal with them where they, because of just how much he works out and everything, he gets like an extra like large sized water bottle.
I think Rodney gets like a gallon jug of water because he's the strong man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Perfect. And he just takes like a big gulp of it and then just kind of like wipes his brow because sweaty.
I think like the person behind the counter looks at Sammy, like offers like a bottle of water, or like there's like plain water, some flavored one options.
I think it's like plain water. They'll take plain water because you never know. You should know what you put inside your body, because that could go wrong.
Yes, it could.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to tell everybody what they should do, because I've had that done to me a lot. But well, yeah, you know. You want to see something?
Sure.
Okay. So what I want to do I want to do an illusion, and I want to do the illusion with the flower. And I will.
I'm saying, I think the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And I want to do a tiny little Tinkerbell appearing on the flower and like dancing on it a bit, and throwing around fairy dust and stuff.
And I think the flower counts as a sympathetic token on Rodney, so you do not need to chant in tongues for this.
Cool. I will though. And then I have to roll, right?
You have to roll dark.
Yeah, cool. I'm very dark. Not dark enough, I guess.
You do have a string on, Rodney.
So I'm at a 4, 6, 7. Oh, I could go up to a 7. Yeah, I will. Sure.
Okay. Pick the option on. You can take one harm.
Oh. Wait. Rodney has a string on me. Not the
No, you have a string on Rodney because I gave you one for.
Okay. Cool. For
free.
Just being there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Then I'll use it and get a 7.
Yeah. So the casting either does you 1 harm, has weird side effects, or you trigger your darkest self.
Weird side effects. I love weird side effects because that's just on point for this role anyway.
Oh, I know exactly what. Like you do. Your magic works a bit better than you intended. 2 fairies appear. These gentlemen in ostentatious Oberon garb. And they bow to one another, hold out their hands, and they begin dancing intricately upon this flower, going from petal to petal. Their steps as magnificent as any tango, as magnificent as any waltz, a dance that is so interpretive it can only mean compassion and understanding and community. And as Rodney looks down, it's his father and Walter dancing on the flower.
How did you do that?
I did not. The magic did it.
Okay.
I'm sorry if that was not appropriate because
it is fine.
The images stop their dance, pull close together, and kiss passionately before they disappear.
I blink at them. I didn't expect that. And it's pretty obvious that I didn't expect that.
I don't. You're fine. You're fine. That was really something.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really control it though. It does what it wants.
Yes, well, guess your magic is even more human.
Yeah, but as you said, maybe I'll learn. I haven't had it for a long time, so.
Have you shown Mother tribute?
I have not.
I would recommend you go see her then. I think she would be most interested in that little thing that you can do.
And is this a temptation?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I have enough strings, so I will spend the 1. Or I still have 1, but yeah.
Okay, then if you say so, I will go and show her if you think that would be okay. Cool.
And I think that'll be the scene for you two, with, if that's okay, if there was nothing else you guys wanted.
No, I think.
Oh, I really enjoyed doing that hex that way, but I think the scene cut Lear has been reported about his show because he had to go to Cecilia for more kerosene. And we will cut to Mother Tribute's trailer. And this is like an actual trailer park trailer, much wider and larger than anyone else's, much more grand. And I think Cecilia is standing outside, but inside, Mother Tribute is fussing over Astoria. And Cecilia, you have been summoned to Mother Tribute's trailer, and you hear inside, "Oh, my darling, I heard you came close to the fire. I don't see any burns, but I'll get the salves. You stay right here."
No, Mother Tribute, it's fine. There's no physical damage. It's just I was just caught unawares. I'm completely fine. I'm ready to go to work, Mother Tribute. Yeah, I'm completely fine.
And she's up and moving towards the salves, not even listening to you. She has this little like glass case filled with all sorts of arcane reagents, which are probably just like Pantene Pro V shampoo in fancy bottles. And Cecilia, you hear this. Do you make your presence known?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just walk in.
Yeah.
Not even knock, because I was summoned, so I don't need to knock, do I?
Yeah. And you see Mother Tribute with this like cobalt colored, like it looks like it's a Vicks Vapo Rub container that's been made of glass. And there's another like purple old laudanum bottle that's probably not seen laudanum since the thrift store days. And she's coming over to Astoria. It's like, "Oh, Cecilia, you finally made it."
Well, I had to share a piece of my mind with Lear for doing something so recklessly dangerous.
Indeed, you do understand the meaning of this, and
Well, really, I think new people to the carnival should pay closer attention. I mean, what would have happened if Astoria had been hurt? What would have happened to her act? I mean, I don't think we should let our people go on stage as plants without any kind of preparation.
you are actually sounding wise. I'd expected something snippy out of you. And like she like holds her hand out to Astoria. "Arm."
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it out, I guess.
Do you have your coat on?
No, I think I took it off. So it's
Okay.
just whatever silly ruffled shirt I have underneath this coat.
Yeah, and she'll like just pull like this glob of like saccharinely sweet, like that chemical sweet uh, cream scent, and just like spread it all over your arm. You will smell like someone's grandmother for days, it seems.
I'll make it fit with my act, I guess, with the aesthetic.
But Cecilia, you see Mother Tribute acting careful and considerate to Astoria, things she's never been with you.
Think she's never been with anyone, right?
Pretty much, except that Hank, who rigs the games. Hank
Okay,
makes her
yeah.
laugh.
Yeah, I'm going to be giving myself a headache from the massive eye roll at all of this, coy or sweet, sickly attention that Mother Tribute is giving to Astoria. I can't understand.
And Mother Tribute she gives this grin that is, even in her fortune telling act, is never happy. It's convincing, but it's sinister. Like there's a tooth missing, one's golden, one almost looks copper. Like who makes a copper tooth? And it's like Astoria here is the future of this carnival. I believe with her abilities, she'll be able to replace me one day.
My eyes widen at that, but I'm not going to say anything because my eyes. No, well, you can think you see my eyes starting from Martyr Tribute, looking quite concerned, and then my vision slowly sliding on Cecilia to see what her reaction is going to be. I think I look.
I think Cecilia is being cold. I mean, she had kind of heard this rumor or consideration from other people previously, so it's not surprising. But maybe it is a bit shocking to actually hear it from Mother Tribute's mouth, right? So,
Yeah. And she was like, I saw it in the future, you know. It was in the cards, it was in the bones. I even did a Haru specs. And everything pointed to Astoria. And like her hand that's not covered in cream, like strokes Astoria's chin in this creepy, possessive manner.
I I can only hope to fulfill that future then, Mother Tribute. And I think Astoria kind of stands up just a bit too quickly. And
It seems like you may be terrified of something. Do you think you need to keep your cool?
sounds like I need to keep my cool. Oh boy. And with the stat that yeah, I'm just afraid of all this pressure, all this attention. She's outright said it. It's so much. I'm just afraid. I think of how the carnival, the rest of the carnival. Okay, no. How Cecilia's gonna react? To be honest.
Understood.
Oh wow,
Oh, damn.
that's a big old 10.
That is not what I expected. Okay, yeah, I think you get to ask a question about the scene. Any question you like, and I will. Unless you want the scene to go on a bit more and think of the question.
I think the question is like, um, is Mother Tribute telling the truth?
You are the future of this carnival, but you're not going to be the one in control. Well, it's a yes and, but the and is not in your favor at all. Like it is a very sinister. Like you are the future. Maybe not your life, not your powers, but something about you is the future of this carnival, and someone is trying to take it from you.
Okay, so I think I do. When I kind of stand up, I'm kind of rolling my sleeves and like, well, if that is what the future holds, Mother Tribute, then go fulfill it. Then, if you don't mind, my shift's up and I need to go. I need to get to work and pay my debt back to this carnival.
Yeah, and you can. I'd say you're going to leave the trailer. Yeah, and as well, Cecilia, will you allow Astoria to leave?
yeah, and in fact, usually she might expect Mother Tribute to keep her behind to chat with her privately after talking to a performer, but now she's assuming that she is dismissed when Astoria leaves as well, unless Mother Tribute stops her.
I don't think Mother Tribute will, because outside you both meet Sammy coming to the trailer.
I think as soon as the door closes behind Cecilia, she lets out a snort and says, not really under her breath, like that woman has never seen anything in the cards.
I think I want to say something, but Sammy's maybe Sammy. I see Sammy in the horizon, maybe.
Yeah, I think Sammy is coming, like walking this way.
Well, I didn't expect any of that either. Has she really not seen anything at all? I
Never.
Don't just say I don't want you to think I enjoyed any of that. That was the way she fussed and over me, like.
I think Cecilia fishes into her bag. She had like a cunning plan, right, for what to do with this empty bottle of wine, to have it arrive too late. But she just kind of hands it over flatly to Astoria. Here's the empty bottle of wine you asked for. Rodney helped me.
Oh, are you allowed to? Never mind. Yeah, I think I'll take the wild bonds, and I kind of see Sammy, and I do want to talk, but before I kind of like break away from Cecilia, I think Astoria says, look, I don't know what your tribute's saying, but whether I take over the carnival or not, I wasn't lying back at the 10. I really just want to help this place out. This place is helping me and Sammy out. But all this, suddenly all this pressure, who would want that? It's a lot.
Well, can I give you some advice? Will you take some advice from me?
Of course.
Do your act. Do it the best you can every day, and keep your eyes open, because the shit you pulled with Lear back in the tent, that's not going to work again.
Okay. Thanks. Again, Celia, you're always very helpful around here. I think I kind of I see Sammy, and I think very clearly I just want to talk to them before going off to work.
Well, Sammy has seen the two of you having this intense discussion, and they're just kind of using that to avoid going into the Mother Tribute's trailer because it's not so sure it should. I mean, he said he would, but and he doesn't want to eavesdrop on you or anything or seem creepy or something.
I think Astoria kind of turns to Sammy and just not very, I guess, loud enough that Mother Tribute could probably hear. She's a bit discombobulated. Sammy, hi, you're done with your shift? Where are you Where are you off to?
Hey, Astoria. I wanted to talk to Mother Tribute because, well, stuff. And they look at Cecilia, who stands next to us, like, I don't know you. I don't know if I trust you.
So what magical gift are you bringing to the carnival, Sammy?
That was actually what I wanted to discuss with Mother Tribute. Oh,
wait, are you going to? You're going to tell her?
I guess, yeah. Rodney said I should.
So, tell her what?
Yeah, the magic that I do here is an act, but I can do stuff that's not an act.
Like you're a contortionist?
No, I can call images, I guess, illusions.
Okay, that's a flavor of magic, right?
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, Sammy's very, very talented.
I mean, I've got this. I don't even know. I've got the strength, I guess.
And I have to say, Astoria, how do you feel about Sammy revealing their talents to Mother Tribute?
Maybe 10 minutes ago, I probably went all right, but I think I I would warn against it, if not for the fact that Cecilia's here. I don't know. I don't want to be talking about this in public with someone else who's here. It's awkward and tense and weird.
And Cecilia, it seems that the other person that came with Astoria has real talent. Two people with real talent. How do you feel about
Oh,
this?
that is just fucking marvelous. That's how I feel about it. And I think Cecilia is gonna kind of let you two alone because she has, pretzels to do, right? This carnival is still a working proposition, and I'm just gonna do my work, right? I'm gonna try to follow my own advice and try to ignore the big picture and just do my best job.
Okay. Yeah.
When she's left, I'll turn to Astoria and say she seems kind of tense, I guess.
I don't honestly. She probably wouldn't like me saying it, but she doesn't deserve to get. She doesn't deserve all the flack she gets. She works really hard.
Oh, I didn't mean to give her any flack. I just thought she seemed unhappy.
Sorry, my internet broke up there. What did you say?
She seemed kind of unhappy.
Yeah.
Angry.
Oh, all the time. I want to.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
I want to do something for her, but I don't think she'll let me.
Okay, I guess.
Anyway, why are you off to tell Mother Tribute what you can do?
Yeah, Rodney said I should.
Well,
he knows her better than me.
True. I mean, if Rodney says you can trust him with a tribute, Rodney's nice.
Yeah, but maybe I'd rather have your opinion because you seem, you seem trustworthy. So part of me, and you're tied to this whole magic thing, Astoria. You know that. That thing awoke in me when you first drew this card.
I know.
If I have magic, you are magic.
Is that a turn on?
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, that sounds like
hell yeah, it is.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, it's not. Oh wow! And I'm turning on. We're like on fire. I've got a 12.
Well, you are quite hot.
I am.
Okay.
And what does Astoria do?
I think. I think I'm going to get embarrassed and awkward because even though we ran away together.
If I offer a different narrative prompt.
Ooh, go ahead.
Promise something you think Sammy wants. Prophesize what will happen if Sammy shows their magic to Mother Tribute.
Ooh. Oh, fair, you're the best. I think so. Well, when it says that, Astoria kind of like just gets this like determined, like glare. Well, not glare, but like just determined look, and says, and kind of like grabs Sammy's hand, and it's kind of like, I mean, if you ran away with me and got this far, then yeah, there must be a lot of trust you have for me. So, okay, something's up with Mother Tribute. She was acting weird around me. She was prophesizing I'll take over this place. That was the future of this, and it feels weird. So I'm gonna let a bit of that magic out, and yeah, I think I'm gonna end.
You roll with integrity that you have now, then erase it after you've rolled, I believe.
Yeah. So that's a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, thank Christ. So that was a 7 then. So
Okay, and let's read this out. Oh, I think an innocent will get hurt if what you prophesize that comes to pass.
if the actors
Mhm.
attempted. Okay. All right. So I think what I prophesize is that if Sammy, if Sammy reveals their magic, um, they're gonna get a starring role in the carnival as well.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't have a magician in this
The
carnival, do
closest
we?
you have is Ringleader King, and he can only do minor illusions.
Yeah. So if you show your gift to Mother Tribute, I think that's what Astoria sees. Is you get prominent position in this place as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I think when she kind of comes out of that trance, she after she tells you that, Astoria is kind of like, no, Sammy, I've never really asked, since when we were busy running away and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
do you want that?
I want. I don't know. I want to do something with it. I guess. Yeah, prominent position sounds kind of okay. I don't. I don't know. I mean, yeah, most of my life. I mean, I've done magic tricks since I was a little boy. Like really, just tricks like you have an egg in your ear or something. But doing it for real, wow, that's just I can't do it now. But I don't want to be all powerful. I want to learn. Okay, I don't want it for power. Power is boring.
Well, I guess you can't learn if you don't do it. And if Rodney already knows,
Yeah.
well, it's up to you,
Yeah.
Sammy. But whatever you choose, I'm there for you.
Yeah, I guess what you said means that we'll be stuck in here for a while, doesn't it? And they grin at you.
Well, don't make it sound so bad. I mean,
It's
a
not.
nice place. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could choose anybody to be stuck in eternity, it would be you. And then he hops off, like going to Mother Story. Mother Fortune. I'm sorry.
I think Mother Tribute's trailer opens,
Mother Tribute.
and like just to add in some of the flavor of the last unicorn, like there is a red glow to the inside of her trailer from like the sun pouring in, and she's lighting a cigarette. Come in, come in. And we will end the scene there. I think it is time for at least a 5-minute break. When we come back, we'll probably do a bit of a time skip, and I'll see if anyone wants to frame a scene. And if not, I have a few in mind. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. I will ask the question first. I think we should do a bit of a time skip, but if someone wants a scene before that, or wants to frame a scene after a bit of the time skip, that's fine. I'm thinking sort of like near closing time before or near night when the carnival's more populated, and perhaps when things are more full swing and some of the people from Haven are inside.
I'm down for that. I know I said in the chat that I was interested in going back to Astoria's tent, and I am rather curious about her readings.
Is that okay with you, Astoria?
Yeah, down for that.
Okay, so I think it's the night has fallen. The carnival is alight with fairy lights, fires, all sorts of things. It is a blue tinge on most everything, with grand smells of cotton candy, of the oil on the few mechanized rides, the sounds of cheers and gossip in the air. Astoria's tent has been seeing wide traffic as it is new, but I think the sign outside says like back in 15 minutes, back in 20 minutes with a break. And so for most people, that's a no-go. Rodney's part of the carnival. But Rodney, how do you make your presence known?
So, I think I move past the sign, but also like I like knock on it like it's a door, and just kind of like poke my head in and go, "I'm coming in."
What you see is, well, you kind of saw the knickknack. Rodney saw the knickknacks of it everywhere. There's like it's set up to look like, well, if Mother Tribute's going for the Romanian look, Astoria went for the kooky Victorian collector look, where there's like two bookcases kind of flanking the way towards her like desk. There's a bunch of like Duggar types and weird maps on the tent walls. The desk is a mess. There's that suspicious empty wine bottle. There's like some lit candles. There's just a lot of crap on the desk, and you can kind of see Astoria. Her position is her head's on the desk, just kind of like sleeping there.
So I think I'm just going to walk over to the desk and like observe it from the front, and then just
I think, well, Astoria kind of like leaps up, just goes, hello, visitor. It's it's you, Rodney. Oh, sorry about that. And
dropping the axe so quickly. You need to maybe be a little bit more on top of things.
hey, I've been on top of things all day. It's just I don't need to keep up the act for you unless you wanted the full experience. In which case, I'm sorry about that.
Relax. If you want to be yourself, why the hell would I stop you?
Well, the act calls for me to kind of be something else in particular. But yeah, I wouldn't mind the break, I guess.
Don't understand why. You seem fine enough as it is. Did Mother Tribute put ideas in your head?
Well, I wouldn't deny I got some ideas for her, but people come to the carnival expecting weirdness, something unexpected, out of the ordinary. And I don't know what you think about me, but I'm sure they met a nice girl around, and I don't think I'm that extraordinary. So, hence the act.
There are so many people here at this circus that think they're extraordinary. And let me tell you something. When it really comes down to it, you either are or you aren't.
Ooh.
So screw what other people think, because you are.
Is that a turn on?
It is.
Why is everyone trying to?
Sexy, sexy horses.
Oh, please.
Thanks, Barrett. Thanks.
If Daniel Radcliffe has a thing for him, I mean,
That's 11.
yay!
So I take a.
I get a string on Astoria.
I never get strings on anyone.
And start turning people on.
I don't even know. I know how to do that. Oh, I know. I did last session. I did do that to Rodney.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is revenge.
No, I think this is the time to get embarrassed and act awkward because come on, because that's very forward to just go.
Yeah, well,
And
thanks for being nice to Rodney, because that's just how he's going to be a bit more from now on.
so I think when you say she's organized, she just inexplicably starts coughing and starts kind of reaching on the desk and pulls up these like ridiculous like John Lennon like glasses and kind of like starts fiddling with them. Just like, okay, all right, wait, hold on. Wait, who gets to? Do you get to decide that?
It's not really a decision.
I mean, no one just. But someone must have. Because that sounds ridiculous. What you just said there is ridiculous.
I'm going to sit down at the chair I assume is in front of the table for the tarot cards, and I'm just going to say, fine, if you don't believe it, then I should see it for myself. Do a reading.
Now, I want to again do a narrative push. Are you tempting?
I just got a string from this. I am absolutely tempting.
Yes, I'm gonna take that because I have no XP, and when I want to do this reading, full disclaimer: I may have a tarot deck, but I actually have no idea how to do an actual reading. I will just draw I will just draw a card and see and let that.
That is a type of drawing. Don't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I think I'll draw a card and I'll let that influence how Astoria's reading is, so we can just allude to whatever her act is. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, it's the Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Oh,
Which I mean that's not fun. Let me look at my sheet.
That's hyper appropriate for Rodney.
Yeah.
At least it's not the Tower regular.
Yeah, that's just like, okay, you're showing me exactly what I already know.
Yeah. Fears, end of a friendship or a love affair is what I have here in this. It's kind of what I mean. So it's chaotic. So I think kind of like the reading that you get is that like, and Asora kind of like says this like in kind of in an act, but kind of like she's semi in the act, but I think she says that, which kind of sees is that you're Rodney, the term to use, and she's putting on her Victorian kooky voice. Rodney Johnson, your future is fulminating. It's pulsating in myriad ways. It's enraged. You're pushing people along to some extremes because you yourself are stuck in an extreme.
I will now prompt either of you to gaze into the abyss.
Yeah, I'd like to gaze into the abyss. Actually, wait, no. This seems more appropriate on the other end if you choose.
Okay. Yeah, I think instead of doing the prophecies thing, this is more like gazing to the abyss. Because I think I get this reading and I'm concerned now. really concerned for Rodney. Like, what is? Because he came in here being, oh dear. Well, that's tragic. I'm looking for. Oh, well, I should have named what I was looking for. I was looking for. What the hell has Rodney been up to lately? That he's this just very forward and more blunt than usual, I guess, about how he's feeling. But I got a low score. I got a 3.
Okay, mark experience. I think Rodney's hand reaches out to touch the tarot card and drag it closer to himself so he can get a look at the picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And his hand brushes against yours, and you feel a raging burning coming from his hands. And like that fire like goes up your nerves, and it's like it's not like a normal sensation of like heat on the body, but it's like it feels like those sparks in Mario or video games, like it's that little ball just following you around. It feels like that's going up your arms. It sparks in your brain, and you see the carnival, but there's a sepia tone over it, and you see Rodney, but not Rodney, and you've Rodney, has Astoria seen a picture of your father?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty well known.
Yeah, this is especially from the art. Like this is Mr. Johnson Senior,
Mm-hmm.
and you see him near the the lions, and he cracks a beer open in one of the cages, reaches in, rubs the lion. The lion is like, yeah, yeah, and he starts chugging the beer, and you see Lear's mom come up to Rodney's father, and they're talking like vaudevilles or silent movie style. They're talking, but like no sound comes out, and but the words don't appear. Like there is no break to make the words, and the camera like swivels in, and you see the lust in their eyes as he moves forward to kiss her. But as the camera pans around, like to see it from behind her, you see Walter the animal tamer dropping his beer as he watches them kiss. And I think like Rodney or Mr. Johnson Senior turns into Rodney, choking Lear.
Sometimes I wonder why I picked Oracle roles in these damn games. So I think when I come to, and it's very much a case of maybe like the camera of that vision cuts from like, yeah, Rodney choking Lear to suddenly Rodney's face filling up the screen, and it cuts to me looking at Rodney.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I can hide that there was some sort of feedback or some sort of shock or something happened, because suddenly I'm just like panting as if I just ran down a hill or something.
Yeah, and Rodney, what do you have to repeat? Because she did not answer.
I think I had posed in a question in response, which was that I seem to be. Astoria had said I seem to be pushing people towards different things, and I think I was very much responding with sort of like this half-raised eyebrow of like, how have I been going about pushing them? Kind of like very intentionally, like still being fairly forward, but like then I notice that she's like zoned out, and like even though I repeat the question, I'm looking at Astoria going, you saw something.
Damn it, I'm not meant to lie. Yeah, they come. Yeah, they come and go. It's just fits, you know. It's she wants to say that it's part of the act, but it's not. I think you can tell.
I told you. You're extraordinary. You don't get to decide.
It's not lying if I don't say what it is. And I think I blush at that. Say, see what I mean about extremes?
I would apologize about being too forward, but that's not in my nature.
No, don't. I think she's kind of looking away from you. I think we could use someone who's a bit more forward.
Is that all I'm good for then? A use?
No. It's just one thing. You're Rodney. No one's just one thing. Like, I'm more than just some person with some extraordinary thing, and you're more than someone who speaks their mind very clearly. It's just the most obvious thing people pick up. It's not.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Things have been changing a lot around here. And I get the sense that we're all trying to find how we're going to fit in. So I guess I'm wondering, is all I'm going to be needed for just my usefulness? Am I going to just suddenly be seen as disposable when all of this is changed?
Honestly, I don't know. I guess that depends on what you want, Rodney.
That's probably the best answer you could have given. People will say yes, people will say no, people will say what they think I want to hear. I don't know what I want to hear until I hear it.
But that's all we're trying to do, I guess. Wanting to know what we want to hear.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and put my hand on yours and say, then keep doing what you're doing.
I think I put my hand over your hand and say, well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Yeah, do we even need to roll?
I'm saying, do you want to roll to turn someone on?
Like which
Astoria?
one?
Astoria. Do you want to turn someone
Yeah.
on? I mean,
Sure.
Rodney's had his shot. It was a good shot, but he took it.
Okay. Oh, well, that is okay. Well, man, everyone is firing like tens on this turning on business. That's 10.
Okay, so gain a string on me, and I know the choice I'm making if it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodney's been on this path. He's not all of a sudden gonna go awkward or like something like that. So he's gonna choose. I give myself to you.
Yeah.
Will Astoria accept? Sorry.
I think.
Sorry.
Oh, go on.
And in what manner? Is this a sexual manner or a?
I think it's partially because Rodney's been nice to Astoria, and Astoria feels guilty about having seen that thing about Rodney's dad and what could happen. So it's not all completely nice. I think Astoria will, in her mind, is gonna try and give Rodney what she thinks he needs. And there's like 10 more minutes on that sign.
Okay, so Rodney, read us your sex move.
Okay. Oh, when you have sex with someone, you lose the enraged condition if you have it, which I don't. Give your partner a string on you and ask them if they love you. If your partner says no, give them another string on you. If they say yes, take a string on them.
So, Astoria, the question's been posed.
Oh, wow! Maybe I should have read that move before accepting.
And remember, don't lie.
I know. God damn it. So if this is what it takes to be nice, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, Sorry has so much love in her heart. No, I think she's going to say yes.
Oh, gain a point of integrity, Astoria, before you read your. Well, after you read your sex
It doesn't
move.
matter.
Yeah, after you read your sex move.
Wait, so the answer is yes?
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So that means I take a string on. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so read your sex move, Astoria, then take a point of integrity after you read it.
Oh, okay, so after. Thanks, Barrett. See, when you lay your head in someone's lap to take one forward to protecting you, that didn't really happen. When you have sex, erase all your integrity. But since apparently you're giving me a point afterwards, my integrity stays the same.
Yep. And I think that is the scene there. I want to just to ask, Sammy, you did tell Mother Tribute about your powers, and you are okay. So I need to decide which innocent paid the price. Ooh, oh no, you're not innocent at all.
Hey, I haven't killed anybody to my knowledge or hurt.
Oh no, I was looking at one of the characters. Like, no, you're not. I was looking at Hank. Like,
Oh,
no,
okay,
you're not
okay,
innocent at all.
okay.
I can't choose you. Hank rigs games. Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Oh, no.
I think Cecilia, do you mind if I frame you like just as like you're catching Sammy's major show of magic? Yeah, so Cecilia, you're watching the show, and there is Sammy, you're on a stage outside. Like I think you're doing like your basic illusions, and then adding like some real magic to flavor it up. But Cecilia, you're watching. It is impressive. It is drawing a crowd. Like 2 new acts so soon. The carnival's actually seeing a lot of traffic, and there is someone who is rare here, though. Astoria would know her as Andy, and she is. You can see her in the NPCs. I think you know her. You do know Andrea. Like perhaps you've seen her in Haven. You know the story about her parents being very sick, having uh, diseases which can be genetically passed down. And Andrea comes up to you, looks really sad, and it's just, oh, you're Cecilia, aren't you?
Yeah. You're. I've seen you talk to Astoria, right?
Yeah, I'm Andy. I came to try and find her, but she wasn't at her tent today, or at least when I went to check on her. It said that she'd be back soon. I'll check in soon. But
Yeah, I'm sure she's just taken a quick break. First day with the act can be real overwhelming. I'm sure she's just taking a nap.
yeah,
Laying
overwhelming
her
is a
head
good
down somewhere comfortable for 5 minutes.
overwhelming is a good word for today. It really is. She looks up at the Sammy. What illusion are you doing at this moment?
Well, to stay in the motive, I think what I am doing is some kind of Robin Hood thing. like you have this procession of Robin Hood and the Merry Men and stuff like that.
Ooh, I love this. Very Last Unicorn. And she looks up like, at least something beautiful is happening today.
I think so. Cecilia has had, I think, a generally shitty day, right? So she is letting the bitterness stew in her, and she knows something of Andy's story, right? So, and she would ordinarily not care, but she, I think, is gonna ask anyway. Andy, what's going on? I mean, like, okay, you never seem like an upbeat person like Astoria managed to be every goddamn day of her life, but what's going on with you?
Oh, I got the test back today. And to quote one of my favorite rooms, it's definitely, or my favorite movies, it's definitely breast cancer.
Shit.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to find Astoria to. I don't, I don't buy Mother Tributes Act, but maybe she actually can tell the future, and maybe I can find out what's going to happen to me.
Yeah, okay, maybe you do want to know. I don't know.
Well, maybe I could even go see that Mother Tribute. I mean, last time she said my father would be dead in a year, and that was 5 years ago, so she's not good at giving hope, is she?
Nope. But hey, maybe go to Mother Tribute and then get a second opinion from Astoria. I'm sure it'll be all unicorns and rainbows and
Yeah, and she nods and gives like this weak smile, like I'll go do that.
I mean,
Thank you.
like, what use is being able to tell the future if you can't do a goddamn thing about it?
You've got a point. Thank you, Cecilia. You're pretty nice sometimes.
I think Cecilia will have the self-awareness to look a little bit embarrassed because she doesn't think she's being nice.
Oh, and I think like Andy reaches into it's like, how much does it cost? And like you can just name the correct price. I don't care what you say.
Well, I mean, I guess you could go for like a normal reading from Mother Tribute for like $5, or you could go with the deluxe, kind of full seance kind of version for 10. And then I think we're coming up with a double deal. You can visit both Mother Tribute for the full version and Astoria for 20. So,
And she reaches and like she's reaching to her purse like, oh, I only have $4. I lost a lot to the games today. I was trying to win something.
Well,
It's okay. It's
well, how about you tell her I sent you, and that $4 will be enough for the basic.
thank you. And like you can see she almost wants to give you a hug, but like her natural introvertedness definitely prevents her from doing it. And like by the time this maudlin interaction is over, Sammy's performance for the night is over, and I think like you two can interact backstage if you would like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so
Oh.
Yeah. Sammy, what was your big finale?
Yeah, that was my big finale.
The Robin Hood?
I can't do this all the time because I've noticed afterwards that it takes stuff out of me doing this.
Yeah.
And Mother Fortune, is that her name?
Tribute.
Tribute might have said that it would be like that.
Yeah, and I think Cecilia, you're heading backstage, and Sammy's being given like. It seems that Mother Tribute is treating Sammy a lot like Astoria. There is no like just generic bottled water. Like this is Dasani level stuff. Perrier if Sammy wants it. Like too much is being offered, especially the fresh berries this time of year.
Berries I take, I don't need no special water.
Cecilia, how do you feel about Sammy getting such treatment?
Well, it doesn't make her feel shittier, but that's because we're at a pretty low stage with ourselves right now. Well, it's like, oh, of course, I didn't even know they knew what mineral water with bubbles in it was in the Berkshires. Nice show, Sammy. I think any more of this, and I think we might be getting some, out of county visitors.
Cool. I mean, that's good, I suppose, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good.
You want some of these berries or of this weird looking water bottles?
And I think like this time, Rhonda is the person who runs like the general like frying stand, comes in and like lays out this like a deep fat fried Toblerone.
What is so?
Welcome to America, Sabine.
Oh no! I thought this was Scotland.
Deep fried Mars bars I can cope with, but deep fried Toblerone, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
And I think Sammy looks at that and says, "I think that. Do you want it?"
And Ron's like, "Oh, did you ask Rhonda or Cecilia?"
It was Cecilia.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can either choose to live or die.
I think I want to choose to live for tonight. I mean, I'm not saying that I want you to die. Oh God, that came out totally wrong. I'm sorry.
I mean, I like to peek. I want to peek, but I'm not going to eat the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. And after I've seen your face, maybe I can take a peek too, unless you're dropping over or spilling it out.
Well, it'll take maybe a couple of minutes for the arteries to harden. So, are you and Astoria a thing, or is this just?
I don't know. I don't know. We just traveled together. I mean, I like her, but it's complicated, I guess. I don't know if I like her because she's nice, or do I like her because she's pretty, or what do I want to do with the fact that she's pretty?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you have someone here?
No.
Pity, I guess, or I don't even know if you would want somebody.
Well, kind of, it's complicated. Nobody wants to mess around with a carny on Haven side, and no one wants to mess with me on this side because my reputation precedes me and all that.
It hasn't proceeded as far as me, I guess. your reputation. I mean,
Oh, you mean like you think I'm all sweetness and light and...
okay, you're maybe not Disney park material, but I don't think you're terrible.
Are you
And
a
I've not heard that you're terrible either. So
Let's see, Cecilia, does this feel like you're being turned on?
I mean, not terrible is the nicest thing anyone said to me in days.
Let's say, yeah. So feel free to roll to turn Cecilia on, and you may tag the ruffled condition.
ooh, nice. I will. See how that goes. Okay. Oh God, I've rolled a 12. Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, yeah. I got a string here.
Yeah, you got a string on me, and let me think. No, let me not think. Yeah, I think Cecilia will kind of look around and say, I mean, not that I care what Astoria thinks. I think she will reach out to kind of touch the kind of ruffles or shiny buttons on Sammy's shirt or jacket. But yeah, I think I would like, if you don't mind.
I don't know where we're going, but I don't mind.
Well, this carnival doesn't move, so we're not going anywhere.
I'm okay. So we're just staying here. Kind of nice.
So I think Cecilia will lean in. Yeah, cover the Toblerone's eyes.
Okay.
It's deep fried. It's already covered.
And I think we'll kiss Sammy gently on the cheek and then whisper that she has to get back to work, but later on after the carnival closes.
If Astoria's trailer is too tight for you tonight, mine is open.
Wait, is Sammy sleeping in Astoria's trailer?
Oh, that might be in the other game. I'm sorry. I'm running
Okay.
this as a sideshow. I think they're sharing a trailer.
Oh, okay. Okay, no, it's cool. I think you will notice that Sammy is they like it, but they are really insecure about the whole thing. But they after kiss them on the cheek, they will give you a kind of a lost smile, like, okay, we'll see you. We'll see each other then, I guess.
Well, I'll be here till closing, so you know where to find me.
Yeah, I'll come and see you then. And you know what? I think you're really nice. You just hide it very well.
Okay, so that's a lie, but good on you. You're not the unicorn that won't cost you.
Hey, I said I think, and I really think that. If it's not true, that's another thing. But
okay, so are there any more scenes anyone wants tonight before we fade to black? I guess, no pun intended. Okay, so I assume Sammy will be joining Cecilia tonight for. So yeah, Cecilia, please read us your wonderful sex move.
Oh, this is so much fun. Let me open.
Oh, and right before you do, your confidence has gotten rid of your ruffled condition.
Okay. So the harpy sex move is, after you have sex with someone, you must either compliment them or insult them. If you compliment them, lose all your strings on them, give yourself the condition going soft, and mark experience. If you insult them, treat it as if you shut someone down and rolled a 10 up. Ouch. Not really very nice. Do you want me to make that decision now, or
Oh
will we?
yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me think. I think I'm gonna go soft. So the compliment is afterwards. I think maybe they are like so sitting at the back door of the trailer with their, or at least Cecilia is, with her bare feet in the grass, and she says to Sammy, I'm really glad that you came here. I mean, I guess that means Astoria was here too, but I can live with that.
I wasn't sure if I was glad that I came here, but now I'm feeling a lot better about the whole thing. And Sammy will take Cecilia's hand. And also, and this is my sex move, I get a sympathetic token from you. But you know about it, and it's cool. So
do you want to say that that's like something that catches Sammy's eye in her trailer, and
yeah, maybe. Or where are you going soft? I might just confess to the theft of the feather.
Oh yeah, but this is another one,
No, but right? Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, maybe.
Maybe you do confess, and then Cecilia, since she is going soft, gives you another feather.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. I think this one is less showy. It's like it's a magpie feather. So it's, at the surface it looks black, but it's kind of this iridescent purpley reflection all the way along it.
Ooh, quite lovely.
And I think, will Cecilia say that it really matches your look, right? Because Sammy has this sleek black sheen going on with her outfit, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I love it. Okay, so I think we're going to cut to. Should it be the next? Do you guys want it to be the next morning? Because I can do next morning. I can do like a few days. Either way, whatever's more interesting to the players. Okay, let's make it a few days later. Like Rodney's had time to process that Astoria loves him. However, Rodney needs to process that. Cecilia and Sammy have great memories. Astoria has been running her tent very well. Sammy's been running their show very well. Lear has been the freak show has been, or the sideshow has been a bit underperforming because of the newness. And like they're the ones losing the most money because oh look, like there's a Robin Hood procession at the end of this, or like they make like real unicorns appear. Why would I go see a woman with like long nails? And but like today is payday, and I think you all, like everyone is in like the main tent, and Mother Tribute is coming out with this like Hank is behind her, just lugging this huge lockbox. He smells of vodka o'clock, even though it is like 6 in the morning. And Mother Tribute has him set the thing down on the table and just like begins calling people's names. You know, like, Walter, and hands him like this wad of cash. This is all under the table stuff. No one gets paid. No one can. You can't claim this on taxes, but hey, if you're disabled and want to work here, you can. Which like is a lot how a lot of the sideshow people make ends meet. And so she's like handing out things, and then like calls like in front, like in the middle, so everyone has to watch you come up. Astoria, dear, you've been doing so well. Come up and get your allowance.
God, did you have to phrase it like that? No, Astoria doesn't say that. That's me. Yeah, just wary, but like worry but proud because I've been working hard.
Yeah, and like other people have been getting like, you know, a small stack of bills. Like they are heavy bills, but like even if like cashed out for singles, it would make like maybe a 2-hour strip club trip. Astoria gets a wad of cash that a gangster in a music video would be proud to flash. This is probably more than most people on disability get in a month, counting food stamps. And even and especially for Haven, like this is like around like $2,500. You've been bringing new life to this carnival. Enjoy yourself, and have your friends enjoy themselves. And like what was cheering for Astoria is now silence.
I think yeah, that silence is very awkward, and just, I the story I really wants right now is to somehow know magic and turn into a little tiny rabbit and run away, but you can't do that. So
She's not the Sasquatch. Can't work.
no, she's not. No, she's had to be a bloody unicorn. I think I'm trying to kind of make herself like as unobtrusive as possible. She'll take the money and just kind of like not looking Mother Tribute in the eye or anyone in the eye because this is awkward. She just kind of like say, "Thank you. I hope to keep doing well," and she's gonna try and get out there as quickly as possible.
Are you leaving the entire tent or just the
Okay, maybe just to the back. They're just trying to like
Gotcha.
not make eye contact with anyone.
Cecilia, come up and get your allotted cash.
So yeah, Cecilia has done this like 100 times and more, and really at this stage, the only thing that will shock her is like a single dollar bill because she has to get something, right? Like
Cecilia,
you don't know what kind of mood is going to take him with a tribute on any day.
Yeah, Cecilia gets as much money as Astoria, and then a shopping list, which is as long as like Joke's Santa Claus list for the carnival. Keep the change.
I'm sure I'll make that 2 cents go as far as I can.
You know you can spend it here. It is one place, but we have a lot of stores. I would say, do you? Yeah, you don't. You do have an audience if you want to shut Mother Tribute down.
Yeah, well, I guess it would have to be something like, well, I'm sure this investment will pay off as much as we're told Astoria's, your investment in Astoria's act has. I mean, all I remember is people telling me her hut was shut.
Roll that cold. +1 for lightning talons.
So it is I rolled a 7, +2 for cold, +1 for lightning talons. So that is a 10.
Ooh. So yeah, you get to choose one from the shutdown list, and I think, yes, you get to choose something from the lightning talons list too.
I have my eye on her friendship with Hank. That's what I have.
Oh, and yeah, she handed over. Hank is realizing as he's like counting out the money for uh the like she had been counting out the money for Astoria, or he's counting out the money for the next person to be paid. Mother Tribute took from his drug money to pay Astoria and Cecilia.
Okay.
And what option do you choose from the shutdown list? You may gain a string, give them a condition, or take +1 forward to whatever you roll next.
I think I'm going to take +1 forward. I think this has given kind of Cecilia a little bit of confidence that maybe, essentially performing in front of everyone here. This is her shutdown is a performance, right? And so I think I'll take the +1 forward.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to show why Rodney is sharing Walter's trailer. As Rodney, come get your allotment. And she's saying like everyone else allotment. Astoria's was an allowance.
Yeah. I noticed that. I think the only reason it doesn't bother me is because of what transpired before.
Yeah, and
I think I'm probably one of the only people who I didn't say anything when Astoria came back, but I think I just gave the smallest thumbs up, that was good.
Yeah, you're handed like this sort of sheets of cash, and you count it, and then she goes, "Ahem." And you have to pay off a bit of your father's debt to her.
How much?
I think it costs like a fifth of your allotment every time. And this is for his debts. She's never elaborated, but but the rest of the carnival has said he was in debt, sort of thing. So it's just this is known.
I'm gonna lean down to her level and look her dead in the eye and say, tell me something. How much exactly was my father's debt?
Approximately unpaid.
And I'm going to clench the fist that isn't holding the money and say, no, you know what? This time I don't think that's good enough.
If I may offer a prompt, maybe you break off a piece of the table to activate bully if you're going to shut her down.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Shut her down, taking 2 forward.
Okay. Okay, so shutting someone down is with cold, right?
Cold, correct.
Okay, so really I have a +1 now.
Correct.
Okay. That's a 7.
Okay, what option are you going to choose for her? And she can get a string on her. You can give her a condition, or you can take +1 forward to your next roll.
Gain 1 string on them.
Okay, I will flavor this in the current manner to also flavor with the Hank thing. I think Hank pulls out this calculator, and people can tell he's probably not doing real math. He's probably typing boobies upside down in the thing. I was like, he's been Mother Tribute. You actually owe him. He's paid over by click 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 $800. And I think like the crowd gasps, and a few of them look at Astoria. Not like she did this on purpose, but like, maybe she is the future.
Yeah, and I'm just like I never break eye contact with Mother Tribute, and I just say, how about that?
And she takes her talons back, clutches into a fist, and like glares at Hank. Shoves her hand into the like $100 bill slot of the money container. Just throws them at your feet. Take them. Your kin were always ungrateful. Take the condition ungrateful.
Okay. And on that note, I will pick that up and look back and just say, I am my father's son after all.
We can only hope you never end up like your father then, shall we?
Oh, that's really amusing. I was going to say the same thing to you. Big smile.
And as you turn away, it's like, yeah, I guess you should worry. I do have people to cheat on, after all. And I think the carnival hiss like so, there are some gasps. It's like this is carnival gossip and rumors.
Just watch what you say. You do it so well already, it shouldn't be that hard. But lately, there has been a change in the wind.
Sit down, you slab of meat.
I might as well already be sitting, the fact I still tower over you.
And Sammy will get his allotment, which is not as much as Astoria's, but like at least as much as everyone else. But I think like after that, like everyone will disperse, and like today is the carnival's day off. You can go into Haven. You can uh go around. Like, does anyone want? This is a oh, it is the top. It is a good time for the second break. Let's be back at 10 after the hour, and maybe frame some more scenes. I think we will go ahead and get Sabine in the scene when they get back. But with the great timing, and with the day free, the carnival not going to perform today. It's a great time to go into Haven proper and explore some of these places we've made. Does anyone have a scene they would like to frame?
Can I maybe just add a detail before we end up in Haven? Maybe Cecilia is talking to Astoria, and she maybe not quite realizing that there's some kind of magical cause and effect going on, tells Astoria that she, bumped into her friend Andy, and she thinks Astoria should go talk to her.
Ooh, I like that. Do you want to have that as like a scene, or just that you did that before?
Yeah, I think I'm happy to do it that way, unless Leandro, you want to play through that a bit more.
I think I'm fine with that as well. I think when you kind of mentioned that, I think when this scene kind of happens, I think this small we don't have to go into it, but Astoria just looks like she looks like she's a bit wary and a bit stricken. But when you tell her about Andy, it's like, oh, hey, a friend. Maybe I'll go talk to her away from the carnival for a bit. I think she just tells you like, thanks for telling me, and that's it.
Yeah, and
I want to talk to Cecilia, but we don't have to do that now.
Gotcha. I would like Rodney and Cecilia to have some time together, and especially if Sammy is there too, though, because this is getting triangular.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think the other thing was just that, if Astoria goes into Haven, Rodney instinctively would want to go along. So it's the kind of thing where I think if this kind of scene happens, it's because Rodney's being pulled away from what he wants to do, because he suddenly has something he wants to do.
Okay, let's do let's frame one scene first then, because it might get so awkward Rodney needs to leave.
Sure. Okay.
Let's frame Astoria and Rodney going to Andy's house.
Sure.
So yeah, Astoria, you know where Andy lives. I think you've probably been invited over that one time that Andy got desperate enough to try and have people over. She's so, because her parents are so sick, it's rarity, and it happens. It stays a rarity because she always forgets how bad it is. But you're going down these old. This road of old crafted Massachusetts houses, and you see one that looks kind of dreary. It's more like a malaise lays over it than anything really looks wise. But it's Andy's house, and Rodney, are you talking to Astoria as you guys are walking along?
I think Rodney's pretty quiet, but he's made a point of wanting to hold Astoria's hand.
I think she does, but you can tell she's distracted because she's in her babbling about everything and nothing mode, where she's telling you every detail she knows about Andy, which isn't actually that much, so she's repeating herself a lot.
Yeah, and because it's been a few days, and I think Rodney's had the chance to process, he's not taking it personally, because I think he can tell that you're a little on edge about this. So he's happy to just have the hand, and then not really, he's listening, but I think he starts drifting just a teeniest bit when Astoria starts repeating herself.
Yeah. You guys make it to the house, and the doorbell is taped over, doesn't work anymore. So I think you knock, and Astoria knocks first. There is no response after 2 minutes. I think Rodney, boom, boom, and there's some movement in the house. You hear footsteps coming down the stairs. Andy opens the door and she looks ragged. Like you can tell she's not bathed in what smells like 3 days. Wearing probably the same clothes for 3 days. There's several just random food stains from different cuisines, so it's been a while. And there are bags under her eyes.
I think when I see that, I kind of like instinctively don't take this personally, Rodney, but I have to let go of your hand because I'm very concerned about Andy.
Go.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I let go of Rodney's hand, but I don't want to just hug Andy because I think I just kind of it feels like I want to do something with my hands, but like it's like I heard you were looking, and are you okay?
No. Not any better since I visited that damn carnival either.
Can we come inside? I need to.
And she steps outside onto the porch and closes the door. No.
Andy, please, I want to help.
Your kind have helped. And that Cecilia woman said that Mother Tribute would be nice to me. That if I told her that Cecilia had sent me, that she would have told my fortune and made me feel better. I got turned away. Got told that when I have enough money, I can come back to the carnival and try my luck again.
Sorry.
She also told me not to ask you for any freebies.
I think for a moment, Astoria looks even more stricken than she was. She kind of turns to you, Rodney, but she doesn't know what to say.
You said that you can't ask her for any freebies. Is that right?
Correct.
Fine. And I just look over at Astoria and I say, she said nothing about me. Give her one. I'll pay for it.
And Andy looks like really... Actually, oh, no, I'm not going to make you do... I think Andy just looks really pissed. Like, I don't need charity like this. I'm not even 27.
It's not charity.
No offense, but what are you going to tell me? That the mastectomy is the best choice?
Andy opened the door.
She finally sort of gives in and just... She's too tired to argue and opens the door.
When she opens the door, she'll see that Astoria is handing her entire wage.
And Andy looks really confused, like, what's this?
This is for you. I don't care if you think you don't need help. You do. I'm going to help you.
Oh, no. And she takes the money. There is no pride here.
And I look really confused. But
and it's like, this will help. I don't know. This isn't fortune telling. This is action. So Astoria, you were not selfish. Gain a point of integrity.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Shit. God, get used to being just nice on reflex. Sorry. I think Astoria's like, no, you're right. This isn't fortune telling. This isn't just magic or whatever. This is action. I'm sorry you were treated like that at the carnival. I'm sorry. A place like that should help people. Should just take them away somewhere nice for just a little bit, not leave you like this. I'm sorry to treat you like that, but
Can I say something? If you ever come to the carnival again and you deal with anything like that, you find me and I will deal with it.
And she looks confused, like, but doesn't that old biddy control the carnival?
I don't think she really knows what she controls anymore. Not really.
Ooh. And I'd say, unless anyone wants anything else, that's like a cool scene transition line.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe I want a small scene afterwards, kind of like, but after the next scene.
Well, you want to stay like you would be with Andy, though?
Hmm. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I have like a specific line I want to say, but I need to figure out who to.
Gotcha. That's fine. So yeah, next, Cecilia, you were given a list to shop for the carnival in Haven. So I mean, your day off is work. Isn't that lovely?
Well, that's business as usual, right? That's
Yeah.
that's how it
But
goes.
I think you have a helper this time, don't they, Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy is going to tag along, and you can see by the way they are holding themselves that they're pissed. And once we're a bit away from the carnival, they'll turn to you and say, why do you let her treat you like that? You don't deserve that.
Deserve what?
The way she's treating you, you're working for her, you're doing everything. I mean, I don't know what she does except grab the money and give it out like candy to these kids she likes the best. That's not fair. That's not fair. You shouldn't get a wad of money and then said, hey, go work on your day off. That's crap.
Someone's got to buy the stuff that keeps the carnival running. That's what I do.
Yeah, but that's not. It's not fair what she's doing. You're an amazing person. She shouldn't treat you like that.
Listen, I said some mean stuff up there myself, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she deserves it. She deserves more. And you know what? I think I want to give her a bit more because I have these powers. But I need something of hers.
Okay, I will offer a this could be a keep your cool role for Cecilia to have been since she's been working with Mother Tribute so long. Maybe she's picked something up. If you would like to.
Yeah. Okay, I will roll them bones. I have a +1 forward on this, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh.
So that is +3. So that is okay, that is a 6.
Oh no.
Ooh. So let's see. Let me go check the MC moves just to be sure I make it extra juicy. Okay, I'm going to inflict harm? No. That could be mean, but I think it is close to the end of the session too, so let me read it just to be sure. Yeah, I think what you find, Cecilia, is that you did have something, but while you were up there with Mother Tribute, she took something of yours, something that Vikram gave you when you were a younger child, like like maybe a ring, maybe a bracelet, maybe just like some small piece of jewelry. But it's so enraging, so audacious. She'd pull out these old huckster tricks. I think you're in your darkest self. Is that a
Yeah, that is fine. That fits. Let me just read it. Will I read it out?
Please do read it out loud for
Yeah.
everyone.
You're never going to be happy, so why should anyone else get to be? They're all just victims waiting to be brutalized anyway, and you might as well be the one to punish them. Pick out a vulnerable target and let them feel your talons. Don't let up no matter what. Push them right to the edge and watch them topple over. You escape your darkest self when you drive someone to harm themselves in some way. I think to be truly meanest in this situation, Sammy is probably the most vulnerable to me right now.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean this, he said with a smile on his face.
So I think Cecilia kind of takes Sammy's hand and squeezes it a little bit too hard, so that the fingers are kind of crushing themselves, and says, "This carnival will be nothing without Mother Tribute. And if you think you can use your powers against her, you are sorely mistaken. If I ever hear you say something like that again, you'll be out in your ear, and Astoria too."
Okay. I guess.
In fact, I'll probably have to do something like ring her parents.
Oh, that is a shutdown.
I'm very shut down. Oh my god.
Yeah. Cecilia was all too nice there for a moment. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
So we have no
bonuses, no witnesses.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got a 3 again.
Oh. So, I believe that Sammy's innate magical powers burst to life to protect them. Sammy, pick a hex, even one you don't have access to, and apply it to Cecilia as if you got a 10 plus.
Oh, wow, okay. Let me see what I can do. No. Huh. Well. What can I do? I think I really like the idea that the magic comes out of Sammy to protect them, like in a form of some raging thing, maybe. Yeah, I think I like that idea. It's not a raging thing at all. It's a unicorn that comes to an illusionary unicorn that comes, and it kind of maybe looks a little like, feels a little like Astoria.
Has her eyes.
And has her eyes. Somehow has her eyes, and it bursts out of Sammy and barrels into Cecilia, driving her away. And Sammy goes down to his knees, like, "Oh my God, what am I doing?" And then holds their hand because that hurt what you did.
I'm assuming you're using Wither.
No, I'm
Illusion?
I'm using an illusion. This is an illusion.
Oh,
but it's the kind of the illusion actually says that the hex sees that thing everywhere.
yeah. So I think Cecilia, the unicorn's horn pierces your heart. You close your eyes in just like instinctive fear, and when you open them up, you are in Haven, circa 1920, when the carnival was in its heyday. A griffin flies above the carnival with a banner behind it. Ye old Ebon Carnival, see wonders and amazements beyond your sight and your imagination. The unicorn is gone from your eyes, but you can sense that there is magic everywhere, and you can't see through anything but the past. So you are hexed with illusions.
So is Sammy still here in front of me, or are
Sammy,
they?
it's like I think it's like a weird. If you've ever played Change from the Dreaming, it's like a weird overlay. Like there are people in modern garb, but like the world around you looks 1920s, but like the actors do not.
Okay. I'm not letting up. It's like, big deal, Sammy. You can do magic. You brought me back to this world that I don't understand, but I don't care. You're still here. You're
I don't
you
know
don't
what
you
you're
don't
talking
you're not
about.
one of us. You're not like anyone else here. You don't get us. You don't get how we do things, and Astoria is worse. You think you can bring magic back like it ever existed.
Ooh. I think you can get rid of the going soft condition.
And Sammy will stare at you with mouth slightly hanging open, like, why are you doing this? I just want to help you.
You threatened my carnival. And if you don't know how you did that or why it makes a difference to me, then I never want to see you again. I mean, I don't know what I saw in you.
Well, I guess we'll never know, right? Because you won't. And then Sammy turns away and rushes off somewhere and probably gets hit by a car because they didn't see it.
I don't think we're going to go that far, but Sammy, do you feel like you have been truly hurt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely going to be some maladaptive coping mechanisms. So I think Cecilia, like you feel Mother Tribute's laughter in your ear, and the last thing you can almost remember her saying, like, "Don't doubt me, child." As maybe her spell has worn off, maybe her curse, whatever it was to drive you to this, but you are out of your darkest self because that was cruel as fuck.
Thank you, I think.
So yeah,
Golf claps for me. Golf claps.
yeah, Rodney and Astoria, what did you do after your wonderful, your Good Samaritan trip?
Did we talk about like getting Rodney and Cecilia together in a scene?
Oh yes, I would like to. Let me check the places again real quick because
I think I realized I want to have one last scene with Sammy.
Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, maybe Sammy texted you about that encounter with Cecilia.
Oh, maybe we just run into each other because I'm en route to my cave thingy, and she has to get back from.
Yeah, and this lake that the cave is at has to be where Astoria's Creek ends at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Astoria, you're feeling sort of good about yourself, aren't you?
Oh, I'm feeling more than good. I'm feeling a fire in me. You'll see in a moment. And I think I tell Rodney like I'm feeling better now, but it's all right. I need some time alone for a moment. I'll see you later.
Yeah, and Rodney will squeeze your hand, maybe give you just a quick kiss on the cheek, and then let you go off.
Oh,
It's cute. Let me be cute while it lasts, because I know it won't.
It won't. It really won't.
putting the unicorn and the Red Bull together, that never goes wrong.
I mean, if they butt heads, someone's gonna get stabbed, and ironically, we don't know who.
Yeah, so Rodney goes off to be a moo somewhere else. And Sammy, are you crying at this point?
Yeah, probably am. Sure.
So yeah, I think you almost hear the sobs before you actually notice it's Sammy. Like sort of, it feels like that TV thing of like just running away from your problems, like you're running into people a bit, just sort of like not noticing where you're going, but just barreling away from where you had been.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. I think when I see the source of the sobbing, I just quickly just rush up to Sammy and just give him like the biggest, tightest hug I can. I don't even know if they know that it's me, but
No, he won't. They won't. They're just try to struggle free from that hug, because they're not at a point in their life where they want to be hugged by some random person they don't recognize at that moment.
Sammy, it's me. It's me. It's Astoria.
Astoria.
Sammy.
Oh my God. Sorry.
No. It's okay. It's okay. What happened?
We should get away from that terrible place. That's just. They're all just so evil. It's just not just mean or anything. It's just plain hurtful and evil. And what that lady thing, mother tribute, did to you, that wasn't fair, because she made everybody. She tried to make everybody hate you, and you don't deserve that. And Cecilia, she's just so far gone into this mindset, into this life. I know there is a sweet part of her, but she's just so under that evil person spell.
I know.
She said I would never fit in anywhere, and she's probably right. But that doesn't mean that you should be in a place where they don't value you.
Sammy. I think no, sorry, just squeeze you just that bit tighter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we got treated like this. I'm sorry. I brought you here. I
didn't know. I thought it might, for a while, it might be okay, but it's not. Of course, it's not. It's not like I've ever fit anywhere anyway.
Well, you're not wrong about the carnival. There's something rotten inside it. But
yeah,
you're not wrong about there being good things in it. And I think she kind of lets go of the hug, hands on your shoulder, and you can see, like, you're used to a story of just, being nice, being kind, being like optimistic. But this is the first time you kind of seen her just determined. There's kind of like there's a fire in her eyes. And she says like, there's something rotten in that carnival, Sammy, and it's hurt too many people. It's hurt Andy, it's hurt Rodney, it's hurt you, it's even hurt Cecilia. There's people there.
It's hurting her. It's hurting her all the time. I think it's so much that she's gotten used to it.
Exactly. I see
like
her and I
she's
know.
afraid.
I see her and everyone there, and I know there's something broken. I know it's silly to think that we can stand up to that, but for me, I'm not going to impose it on you, but I'm done running. We're here now, and there's good here. I think we can find. It's just you just need to purge away what's wrong with it. If 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 they say that I'm the future of this carnival, then fine. I'll be the future of it. And I'll take that future and I'll turn that place into something beautiful. Something that it's meant to be. Something that can help people. Something that can help you and me and Cecilia and Rodney and everyone else who's lost or confused. Everyone who needs help.
Well, if you're the future of that carnival, then I'm staying. And I'm helping you. If I can. If you have me.
Always have you. I think I go back to hugging.
Yes, go back to hugging.
I think
this time it's mutual. I don't think it's not a turn
I think I kind of
really.
want to leave it there. I think Astoria starts crying as well, and they're just crying to each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to leave it.
Yeah.
Then the car comes.
Yeah.
The car just followed you down the street.
Mother Tribute's driving.
You roll new characters.
Yeah. Cars come, everyone dies. Please re-roll. Okay, so Rodney, I think if like for the final scene, like if you're gonna run into Cecilia.
Yeah.
So Cecilia, did you go back to doing your work for the carnival after that blow up with Sammy?
I think she must. I think, yeah, she is just looking back at her list and following down the checklist almost as if nothing has happened. But I think she is kind of doing that just so that she can get through it, right? So she kind of realizes, or she doesn't know what happened, what came over her, and obviously some of what she said was true, but she didn't mean half of what she said to Sammy.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I know where you two. I think you two meet at the gates of the Haven Academy private park, and Cecilia is like looking in, like remembering like the good memories she has of this place. Like this maybe I could have taken them here if I had been if that hadn't happened. Like Rodney, you see Cecilia sort of staring wistfully. What do you do?
I'll plop down next to her so that I'm the same height as her. And I'll just kind of not look over and just say, now that's a look that I can honestly say I rarely see on your face.
So I think if this was anyone except Rodney, you would get like a snarl and a cutting rebuke. But instead, I think she just leans over and puts her head on your shoulder.
Okay, yeah. And I think Rodney doesn't like shy away, but he doesn't like react too much to it. He's just kind of, I think he's following the gaze and he just goes, I don't really see what all the big hype is about this place. It's nothing special.
Haven or this garden or this preppy shithole of an academy?
I mean, probably the academy. I mean, I've never been. What's the big deal?
It's quiet and nobody knows who I am here.
Mm. You know, lately I found that it's not always bad to be known. But then again, I can't speak your mind. So what is it?
Well, when I go back to Carnival, everyone is going to know me and know what I am like. And I'm a terrible person.
You really think that?
Yeah.
I guess my opinion is we've been dealt a shitty hand of cards. And the fact of the matter is, we can either deal them out how we see fit and go, these are the cards we've been given, or we can get a new set of cards.
I guess I got dealt a pretty good set of cards lately, and I pissed on them.
Well, they're still good if you can survive the smell. Look, I don't know what goes on with you. I don't know what goes on through your head. And frankly, I don't know any one of the number of reasons why you tend to be, how do I say this? Slightly bitchy to everyone.
Slightly.
Look, I see it the way I see it. And frankly, I know you're not as bad as you could be because I've seen you. But I don't know. Said to Mother Tribute, changes in the air, and I don't know, maybe it's time we do something about it.
I mean, if you want me to try to influence Astoria and Sammy, I think I just better stay in my trailer.
I know, which is why I'm telling you that they're not who we should be going after. There's bigger Toblerones to deep fry.
Well, I guess Hank isn't really too happy with Mother Tribute right now.
Well, there's something to lean into. And, I mean, Astoria and Sammy. I don't know. I haven't really seen you. I saw you a bit with Sammy the other day, but I don't really know what that deal is. Maybe you better leave dealing with Astoria to me and stop thinking about it as dealing with her because, frankly, she seems to have an idea of what she's doing. We just gotta give her the space. I know you don't like her. I get it.
Well, I mean, I'm perfectly good at dealing with people I don't like. It's people I like that I'm shit with.
Well, seem to be doing all right with me, but then again, I don't really know how you feel.
Okay, so I think Cecilia picks herself up. I think we can bring back all the supplies now, right?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of the episode ending with like them sort of chucking chins or like doing a fist bump or whatever Cecilia and Rodney do to cement their relationship. And like they're just walking down the street, the credits begin rolling, the uh, whatever indie song represents the emotional feel of this scene that's been released in 2019 and licensed for this album, this show as plays. And you know, it'll be forgotten except as like a ringtone no one changes in a year anyway. And so for those who have been watching, thanks. To those who played, definitely thank you. I'm going to stop the broadcast, do debriefs for those who can stay, and we will see you next week.